Season, and we are underway on EA Sports. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Fielded at the 20.
Come on. Hey. Check mash.
Here's Walker to start the drive. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Go, Reed, go! Hey, smash
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
19 Tiger.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Street. Check contact.
Smith on third down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Seahawks had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go check. Good, Lion.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
19 Lions. Check. Hurt.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
Now, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So let's see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, but on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you, so there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try not to put their defense in a bad spot again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Just beating the play clock. Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Warriors 70. Panther 11. Check pass. Dragon 60.
Throwing now is Geno. And Walker has it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Go, Reed, go! Hey, smash Bronco!
Geno now to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Second down and 3.
Watson now to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On first down, it's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz,
his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
On the jump.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Come on.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Pass the 60. Reload.
On second down, it's Walker.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. A 4-yard pickup. That gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hurt. Hey, check that. Street.
Now Gino. Looking deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Their own 36-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Brings up second and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Second and 5 now. Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
At the 20-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Hat the street, hat the street.
Now it's Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and a couple, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Seahawks 2.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt! Street! Go!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Go, Reed, go!
Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
And he returns this to the 22.
Seahawks take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go!
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, smash Bronco! Hurry, hurry!
Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Let's go now!
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Buffalo 18!
The final shot here before break. Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Short kick. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously,
there he goes, right side. Past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 75 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. .21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Check contact, check contact.
From just shy of midfield, Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he'll just get rid of it.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Got a man, and Schwartz complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Browns are pouring it on. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No check, no check.
Here's Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from going up by 40. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first down at their own 45-yard
line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
On first down, it's Smith. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check pass, check pass.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Watson off play action. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 28 yards. And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Go! Hey, smash Bronco! Hurt!
Throwing on third down, Smith. And now here is another interception. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 57 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Second down, here's Chubb again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Deshaun Watson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the 25 on second down, Smith. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Taken in at the 3.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Come on. Hey.
Straight ahead, Walker. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And Walker once more. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself.